Hey guys, welcome back to Factorio. I am SeiferKatt, and today, oh, you know what? I don't have time for this. I don't have time for talking around, having a good time. We got problems immediately. So, as I said before, I like to do a little bit of reconning and figuring out what to do next, so that way I don't waste as much time on stream. And I found out why we got sulfur problems. And I did math for this. I literally did math for this. And it's because, and I'm just gonna stop that now. These things here only produce 20 crystal slurry, which is actually a sulfur deficiency. Red and blue both cause this. So when that's happening, it actually means everything's sort of... the sulfur is wasted. And so we can't afford that to happen anymore. So now that we've corrected that mistake... So, yeah, that was a pretty big problem that I really wish I'd noticed sooner, but I didn't. So we're going to put the purple ones here, and this will now fix itself as time goes by now. But for the time it was bad. And meanwhile, we're going to put some crushers in here. Okay, science is going to continue to happen. That's cool, carry on science. While we're here, we're going to continue to fix these up. So the problem was, as I said, generally things are gaining you sulfur. Like for instance, this is 50 crystal slurry. You use 15 sulfuric acid, which one sulfuric acid makes 60, and it ends up being positive. But when it's only making 20, all of a sudden that becomes negative by about... you lose about 40%, 60%. I can't remember the exact numbers. I did maths in my little book. I've got a little book. I think it's adorable. But I think my book is adorable, not me. But yeah, so that's the problem. So anyway, sorry to start the episode with such terror, but we did need to get that fixed ASAP, because the sooner we get it fixed, the less it consumes our sulfur. And now everything should start to get better. It'll take a little bit of time, but it will happen within the next 2 hours. So that's good. But as I said, it's going to be a little slow, but it will improve. So, now that we've done that, because red and blue also, not only was it causing a deficiency of sulfuric acid, but it was actually also the most common thing. Okay, well, science is continuing to happen, that's cool. Because it was the most common thing, that also meant it was the thing that was happening the most. That's what the most common thing means. So yeah, it's alright, we fixed it now, that's what matters. What? No, like that, yeah. So we're going to turn it into crystal dust. Now later on that won't be a problem. Later on we will be doing this in a way that we don't care about sulfuric acid because we have so much of it. But right now we just don't have that luxury. And as I said, we'll get that luxury. We'll get back there. But until we're there, we need to get our shit together. No. Okay, now it's holding blue. Okay, so... oh, so now that we've got the crisis out of the way, we can actually start... well, we don't have the crisis out of the way yet, but... no, the crisis is sort of out of the way. I mean, like, there's no longer anything going to be burning in a fire. I call that a victory. And... purple. Why is purple not taking its stuff? It's got no sulfuric acid. Because it's facing the wrong way. Alright, make sure the other one's facing the right way. It is not. Okay. So generally these should be net positive now. So, ooh, ever since I noticed that a couple of days ago while just checking things, I was trying to see if like maybe I would farm fish and then use polluted water to make sulfuric wastewater. And it was like everything was just way too complicated, and I thought I've got to be making mistakes. So I checked the Discord, searching geode acid, and yep, sure enough, that was the mistake I was making. But we're okay now. And relax. I kind of want to still get rid of a bunch of these things, because quite frankly, I should never need them again. I want to at least be in yellow or red. Still have a problem with lack of tin. I mean, yeah, the lack of tin is, again, just because, quite frankly, well, the lack of tin is going to happen until the tin gets sorted out, which is going to start happening with the sulfuric acid that we've now got enough of. And if I check sulfuric acid production, I wonder if it's actually going to give me anything. So it's a fluid, we know that. Sulfuric acid. I mean, it looks like it was actually pretty stable. Maybe I didn't have a problem. I know I did, because is the problem I'm just not making enough sulfur, using the sulfuric wastewater? That might be a growing problem, actually. Okay, well that's not a problem that I'm actually particularly worried about. So there is another mistake that I've made, which I will worry about probably next after getting these hydro plants done. Actually, why don't I upgrade them? Iron pipe, steel plates, hydro plant 2s, hydro plant 1s. So what do I need? Iron, surprise. Everything needs iron one way or another, I suppose. Some steel plates, of which I don't have a lot of, but they'll be getting more of. And a hydro plant 1, which, oh, because hey, yo dog, I heard you like iron pipes. How about you build more iron pipes? Okay. So the other mistake I've made was up here with my red chunks. There's actually no way to get the red chunks out. Not a huge problem, but it is funny to me. So we'll fix that up in a moment. And with this increased hydro plant, it's going to be making 50% more stuff. What's it called? Sulphur. Character's in the way. Get out of the way, character. So hopefully this will burn through sulfuric wastewater a little bit faster. And we're just going to keep doing science because, quite frankly, it needs to be done. I'm not even really caring about what I'm... Actually, no, I do want to do something. Fluid wagon? You know what? Fluid wagon. We're doing trains soon anyway. Sulfuric wastewater, there's still a lot of it just floating around. I mean, yeah, that's alright. Probably not. I think that brief time where I actually pulled apart the hydro plant, it's not actually going to catch up, so we'll build another hydro plant, and then we'll actually start working on... Do we make a hydro plant too? Oh, quite frankly, I don't think it's necessary. And probably upgrade that one to a red. Yeah, it's doing a bit better. Because I mean, already you can see the sulfur is actually building up here. Can I? No, I can't. Okay. And having another sulphur plant is not really a bad thing, it's just wondering where to put it. Can I slip it in the middle there? Almost. I can almost do that. So if I move these, I'll worry about that in just a moment. I've done the thing where I'm going to lock myself out. That's fine. Purified water. That can go. Well, that's not purified. That's mineralized, but purified water can go out this way. There's just an absolute rat's nest of pipes now. I'll fix it up one day. And by fix it up one day, I'd probably erase the entire thing and then start again. Which, I mean, that's fixing it, I suppose. Depends on your definition. Mineralized water is near maxed out, that's okay. No, it's not. I don't want maxed out mineralized water. If that's maxed out, then we're not making the stuff that I need. Really, is that connected to everything though, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not connected to up here. So we will put it down this way. And connect that. Underground here, please, sirs. Cross like that. That's going to probably shut power off somewhere. I don't think it did, but... Actually, no, it's coming off the wrong place. It needs to go down a little bit more. Kind of needs to come up directly there. Which is fine, because then you just go underground. Absolute rat maze of pipes. Okay, and that should fix them up. Yeah. Put the sulphur in the box. I mean, if this is a rat's mess I've made with 3 elements, I'd love to see what I'm about to do with oil production in the next few hours. This probably actually would be better pushing it out here and just leaving this all free. That's probably a far better idea than what I've done. Not right now though. Right now I have other fish to fry. Delicious, tasty fish. And it looks like sulphur's beginning to build up. Okay. I just want to get the sulphur fixed up before I start on the next project. So, chemical plants. Can we go to those level 2? We can, which is going to need steel. Okay. Because I need this to be just a little bit faster. And override stack size. We just want stack size of 1. Actually, no, just do it that way. Stack size of whatever the heck you want. And they'll just keep delivering it. Okay, so sulfuric acid production is required, and then we can start on my new resources. How exciting. And I'm excited about it. Up to you whether you're excited about it or not. I let you hold your own judgment to these sorts of things. I'm going to need more steel, more steel, more steel. Okay. No matter how you swing it, steel is the problem here. Can I steal some steel? No. That's iron. Okay. Steel is something that we're going to need to worry about very soon. And I mean, iron's fine, so that's good. Steel are making very small amounts of it. Honestly, if I just go over here and then go upgrade probably this first one. Didn't quite do what I wanted to do. What did I wanted to do, actually? I wanted it to have a construction bot go out, and that's not going to happen with my lack of construction bots. But anyway, the sulfuric wastewater seems to be mostly empty. Okay, that's fine. And I believe everything should be running a little bit more efficiently. Yeah, I mean, there's acid in the pipes. So that's what we were really wanting. Okay, so advanced smelting of some description, probably silver. Am I even going to be making silver? I am not, so who gives a damn about silver? I'm going to be making lead, nickel, aluminium, and gold. Some of those I don't care about too much. I don't care about any of them. Okay, well that's... I mean, it's slightly more convenient, I suppose, not caring about anything. So that's my little iron mine that's doing well. Not doing great, but it's doing fine. You know, I'm proud of it. So, ore sorting, we've got that. Because that'll split them up. Right now, I don't think I need the... Oh, probably need to worry about what to do with this nitric wastewater. I do want it later. I'm going to need a hydro plant for that. Okay. So let's just gather some basic resources, mostly iron. And we're wanting another flotation cell as well, aren't we? Yes. So what do we need for flotation cell 1? Flotation cell 1, steel. Yeah, I mean, this is where we keep ending up, isn't it? Constant shortage of steel. Blocked. Okay, so one more flotation 1. Then I was wanting a hydro plant. That's just iron, that's easy enough. Might as well take some basic chips with me, why not? That's the same thing if you mean to do it or you don't mean to do it. As long as you do it, that's what I say. Hydro plant. I amused myself and then forgot everything that I was doing in my life. Okay. So the next plan. So I've got these. I love these. And I suppose the way out is you take them out the sides. But I just don't know if there's a room for that with that clarifier. But of course I can move the clarifier. Like that's actually not a problem. So maybe that's what I do. Move the clarifier out of the way. There we go. No problems. See? No problems. Now... Hydro plant. Didn't I just build one of those? Or I did. Probably don't need a second one. Oh, right now anyway. I'm going to need more than a second one, let's be honest. So this is going to be making my nitric acid. Or rather, what will turn into nitric acid. While I don't need nitric acid right now, I will be needing it in the future. So it's good to be prepared for that. And I imagine, honestly, that I will need so much of it that the mind will boggle. That's kind of how this game works. Okay, so purified water. Oh wait. I literally already have one of those. Okay, so I didn't need that. I just needed to figure out what to do with this mineralized water. Okay, well, glad we were trying to do it a second time. Okay, so then we need to deal with this mineralized water. We also need to deal with these cyan geodes. Don't know if there's an easy way to deal with those. Oh, actually, is there an easy way to deal with geodes? Maybe that's something I need to ask about. So I can make them crystal slurry, or I can crush them to dust. Now the crystal slurry is great, aside from the fact it needs acid, which means it's not great. Alternative suggestion, turn to crystal dust and crushed stone. Crushed stone you can easily get rid of, and crystal dust. So no matter what, you've got to deal with the geodes. Okay. Sure. That might go on a train over to like a production facility and get rid of them that way. That's probably the best plan for that. And mineralized water, honestly, I have no plans for that, so we can just get rid of it for now. Yes, I know I probably need it for other things, but right now, I don't care. So, this is going to become a rail yard of sorts. We're going to need lots of sand for this. So the purpose of this rail yard is to take the raw ores, the raw ore, and then to turn that raw ore into usable stuff and then bring it back to the factory somehow. I love the part where I was very clear what I was going to do, because it's going to happen somehow. I haven't figured that one out yet. We'll get there. So, that's all looking good. We need to get rid of this crushed stone as well. The crushed stone, we can get rid of that. And we can just turn it into sand for now. I think that's probably the only reasonable answer. So we're going to do something like this. I mean, we could also turn it into mineralized water, which... Okay. And then get it out of the way. In fact, that might be a problem the way I've lined this up, because if that locks in there, then nothing comes out, so I do it that way. Like that. Why are these not running? Because they've got geodes, right. Let's get those geodes out of there. Okay, we need treadmills. That's probably the next problem. Which is a bit of a problem since I just don't have the tin for it. I mean, it's very rare tin does come through, and when it does, it gets used up by here, so let's just stop that happening for now. I mean, it's very close to actually not being a problem anyway. I mean, we've got 12 fast transport belts. That's not near enough to do anything with. How is the tin production going? Slowly. Probably because the mineral sludge is down at the moment. And that should be speeding up now that we've made those changes. Looks like sulphur is... Okay, so sulfuric acid is being made a little slower than perhaps I want it to be made. But it is being made. Like it's coming through. I don't think we've got any slowdowns on the geodes, but I just want to have a look at them just real quick. Might as well throw the reds and the blues in there that I'm just holding. I mean, that's working pretty efficiently. I mean, things are working as efficiently as they can, I suppose, is where it really comes down to it. And here, everything is jammed for reasons. Why are these jammed? They're doing their best, but I wonder if another line of crushers might not go completely amiss. Or maybe not even crushers, maybe just like another liquefier thing. It doesn't seem like they're actually stopping so much as just... Actually, no, crystal slurry's quite high. It says that the filters are the problem. Filters are doing fine besides the lack of probably... Filters are doing fine, we just need probably a couple more. They're not called filter, they're called... I think it's filtration unit, isn't it? It is. So we'll build a couple more of those. Got a couple of squares away. Basically we're going to do this, except reverse. No, I want it to be pick up from here, drop from there. Yeah, okay. So right now I'm just trying to get... What? No, stop it. Rude. Okay. So if we do the same thing, get one more down. What? No. That's not quite where I wanted it. There we go. Yep, that's good. Okay, so, and kind of the same idea. So, green comes in, green goes out, green goes in. Meanwhile, the mineralized water, we probably need to grab that from somewhere. probably here, but it's a bit trickier. What we might do is grab it from here. Oh, these were always designed to actually be one further up. Okay. Well, we will continue that trend just so that way it doesn't cause massive problems later. This is again not really as the word I'm looking for copy and pastable as I wanted it to be, but you know, early days, we'll get there. We will get there. I mean, especially once we actually start getting the construction bots, we'll kind of have to get there because, my God, I'm not doing this every single time. But I mean, it will be one of those things that it's actually a lot more useful to have it all set up once you have the construction bots. Because then it's just a simple job of just putting everything together and just calling it a day. Okay, so put that there. And this is the sulfuric wastewater. Okay. Connect it into there. And then we've got the mineralized sludge, which is going to be a very similar type of thing. Cool. We just need to power it and we should be getting a little bit more stuff happening. Maybe. That's going. And that's going. Great. So more filters means more minerals, which means more everything. More everything is clearly better than less everything. This is more and more in the worst possible place. And I will, you know, I'll probably have a look at that today. At some point. Don't know exactly when. Okay, meanwhile, when we come back here, we remember that we've still got no bloody conveyor belts. How many have we got here? 5. Well, that I spent a lot of time to get those 5, so that's obviously not good enough. And if 5 is the best I have, then the correct answer is to build more filtration units. And we keep doing that until we do have enough. Or until we need to build... like, we're just not getting the tin, and we've got a bunch of stuff that should be making tin. Sulfuric acid still. So what the plan might be is to make... This setup is actually pretty good now, I'm happy with it. So... if that goes one further along... then that can actually just hook into everything way nicer. Aside from that part, which is not nice at all. I mean, that's unfortunately one of those cost of doing business things. You know what? No. No, it's not. That's not the cost of doing business. Business doesn't cost that much. Problem solved. Okay. Now we've got a lot more space to put filtration units. Sulfuric wastewater we'll need to... probably actually filter that in a better way. In fact, there's a much easier way to filter that, which is through here, through here. Congratulations, it's been done. And then, look at that, we've got something that's a bit more tileable. He says this is immediately not tileable. Well, I mean, it's one more tileable, I suppose. When we can get them, I suppose. Mineralized water comes out there. Sulfuric, don't care about that. And then power it, and we should be good. And in fact, here's where we go mad with power. We can do one more here. Oh, let's do it. Ain't no time like the present, as they say. So this little farm is doing a lot better than it was before. Speaking of the farm, I wonder how the farm's going. Hopefully okay. But the crystal slurry is being used now. So that's good. We've increased the filters. Still not probably ideal. I mean, we could probably even chuck another one down here. Oh, do we dare? You know what? I think we dare. Let's do two. Oh, absolutely criminal, I tell you. I've gone mad with power. Nothing's going to stop me now. Most likely the problem we're going to experience next is just not enough crystal sludge or crystal slurry coming through. And as problems go, that's fine. Probably need to go grab some more basic circuit boards. Which I'm pretty sure we have enough of them that we can steal. 6? See, this is good. We've got 6 belts now. That's way more. It's not a lot more. It's not nearly enough more, rather. And maybe I want to start thinking... I got rid of my little factory that was making pipes, so maybe I need to do another one of those, because we are running out of, especially copper pipe to grounds. Which we're going to be probably using a couple of right now. Okay, so I'm going to be a right little shit now and just build more stuff. But that's what the base is for. The base is for building more stuff. Now, if the base can't handle it, then quite frankly, I don't want to hear its complaints. What the base didn't like is the fact that I just did that. That's fine. It'll live. Yeah, you just go like that and that should be fine. The problem now is I don't think we're making enough filters. I think we've actually burning through our filters way faster than ever before, which on hindsight, yeah, that makes sense. Because we have just drastically increased. So the charcoal production I'm not worried about. We have more than enough charcoal being produced. The problem is we probably don't have... Yeah, that's working at its absolute best, but it's just not quite outputting the filters we need. Doing okay, I suppose. I can see mineral sludge is starting to build up. That's good. Crystal slurry's gone down. That's good. Filters are actually fine. I think everything's working as best it can. And I reckon if I go back and check, the sulfuric acid's building up. That's good. Everything is looking pretty good. Sulfuric wastewater is not. That is not running max sulfur dioxide gas. Yeah, okay, look, I'm pretty happy with everything that I'm seeing here. Aside from tin production, you know what? It's not great, but it's not as bad as it was. So I reckon if I go over here, I might even have like some conveyor belts. Maybe I've dreamed too much there. Got 13. Look at that! 13 belts! Maybe I just need to be committed to just accepting that I might need to use grey belts for a little bit. I think that's where I'm going to come to. Oh, science has got completed. Cool. Cooling solutions? Sure, why not? There's things I can do with that. Let's just be committed that I'm going to use grey belts for a while. Just until tin manages out. It's not a big deal, it's just copper and iron. Meanwhile, I do want to build a couple of assemblers just to get my pipe production back, because it does look like that's absolutely fallen over in a way that I didn't quite expect. You'd think I would have expected it, but I didn't. And that can go into here. A couple of boxes, please. Thanking you. And another box here. Cool. So that'll allow my boxes to, my pipes to repopulate, because Lord knows I'm not going to carry around a huge stack of pipes. Okay. Science is happening. Tin production is up, I hope. It better be, otherwise I'm just going home. You have the minor problem if you can't go home, that's literally why you're on this planet. So, you know, that's bad. It's a wavy line. It does seem like it's increasing again, though. Okay. So, what the... Wow, that built 195 real quick. Steel building up. Good, 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 good. Alright, so since we're going to be using white belts for a little while, I might as well just use them. So, not ideal, but it's what we've got. Quite frankly, if it's what we've got, it's what we're using. And likewise, pulling from here. Now, what I'm thinking is I'm going to actually have a train that just picks up the geodes and deposits them to some facility that does not yet exist. Not ideal, I know. What if I did it this way? Get rid of that. Okay. Quite honestly, I don't really want this stuff. No, I do want a lot of land, so I will keep the stone for now. But there will be a reckoning where I just get rid of all the stone. There'll have to be a reckoning on it, because if I don't solve this problem soonish, then it's kind of never going to get solved. What I might actually do is swing this around into here. So that way I keep everything together. I would just rather keep all these little bits and bobs together for now. Okay, and then for now, I would like to do a splitter. Sure, why not a white splitter? And we're just going to put the geodes on one side. And we're going to put them in a box. Put the geodes in a box. I will deal with that another day. Probably when we start having off-site stuff. Technical term there. I hope you accept it. When I start doing more things off-site, then maybe that'll be easier. All right, so just want to check real quick. How is this going to work? Yeah, so it does 180, 180. That's fine. Okay, cool. And that should split thing. Oh, should put things on a belt. In fact, I'm going to change this a little bit. I'm going to do it this way. Pick up that way, drop that way. Pick up that way, drop that way. So it's just a bit faster. And that's going to output slag. And okay, so we've made some new resources. That's fun. Slag is a problem, I suppose. Problem that I seem to keep having. Maybe even I put the slag into this belt. Maybe I crush the slag and I just turn it into stone. I mean, slag is useful though, that's the problem. But the problem is slag is useful all the way on the other side of the base. Maybe slag goes into a box as well and I have a slag box. Slag box, slag box. Not quite what I wanted, but thank you for trying. Slag box! For all your slag needs. It's like crushed stone box for your crushed stone needs. At least the crushed stone is being turned into sand for now, but in the future that will start to be a problem. But that's a future that I don't need to worry about today. And why worry about today what you can worry about tomorrow? Okay, so the plan right now is we sort it, we split it, we get on with our lives. Next we have, I don't know, aluminium. Then we're going to have gold. Then we're going to have lead. Lead's not particularly a great one, but we're going to have it anyway. We'll need it later. We'll need a lot of lead later, so might as well store it. And then nickel, which again, not a great one as well, but really I'm doing this for gold and aluminium. Well, actually, after that there's nothing left, is there? After that there's nothing left. So it doesn't matter. So if we do that, maybe even we push that up. So just grab them like that first. Then now this is just a temporary measure for now. Right now the idea is I just want to sort things into boxes. So I have some elements. Gold and aluminium are the big ones that I'm very excited for. Slag can always be transported back to the other side of the base, like around into the electrolyzers. So I mean that can be reused later. Aluminium, gold, good. Lead, lead is lead. Don't quite know what to do with it, but there it is. Filtration units are going a lot slower than I thought they would. What have I missed here? They produce 180, but that's clearly waiting. What is going on here? Nope, wrong button. That produces 180 per minute, and that consumes 180 per minute. But it's clearly consuming more than that. Because this one isn't doing anything. Because it looks like things got jammed up a bit. What's going on? Why is this not? Why is that not filtering? Oh, you know what? I think I know why. If I put it here, that'll probably fix everything. Nope, it fixed nothing. Because also there. Okay, so... Nope. I got two of them that aren't working. That's the problem. What if I do it this way? Well, no, why is that not moving, though? That's still my question. It should be moving. And furthermore, they should... Wait, why is this not outputting anything? It should be outputting. Okay, I've got a bit of an engineering problem here, sorry. Why is this not working quite the way I thought it would? Okay, new plan is we have each of them split to... I can have them split to crushed stone and have them go out the side there. You know what? That might just be a better way to do it. Let's not have crushed stone going through the literal place that I'm trying to work. And then we can remerge everything here. I love how it goes yellow, red, white. It's like, yep, that's just life, man. That's the life I live. An absolute fuck. And we'll just get rid of the crushed stone here. Maybe it'd be better if I even move that one along. Because that's not filling up properly, is it? Okay, so... That's going up, that's going... It doesn't give a shit. So if that goes down, that fill it properly? It does look like it. And now you're not depositing anything. Because that's filled up with... Okay, well that's filled up with stone, that's fine. Okay, so that one's fine. That one I want to pick up position be one further. That one, you know what? Pick up position one further, one further. Power these suckers up. Build a better power line using the steel that I'm not carrying. Engineering problems are us right now. Yeah, you know, I keep saying this, but I really do need to make those poles. And that's got red in it. That's going to slow things down, isn't it? Okay. So now that we've got the better electric poles, they should be able to affect everything that it needs to. That should be constructing things again. That's just got red in it, whatever reason. Who knows why. Do. There we go. They should be going. Red is being consumed. The factory is sorting. Not constantly, but I think it's about to get that underway once everything catches up on itself. Cyan geodes are being constructed whether I like it or not. We are constructing sodium nitrate. Okay. Okay, this is good. This is well, better. Is it good? I don't know. It's better. It does look like this is actually working now, so great. We are getting a bunch of elements. Am I carrying some stuff? I am. Okay. Let's put them in the box, because I don't want to carry these around. I got better things to do with my time. I don't, but, you know, make me feel good about myself to say that I do. I have nothing better to do with my time, let's be honest here. Okay, and that's going to make some sand. Right, so, train station! Train station! Just shouts train station like that'll change something in my life. So, the general plan I had was I want to have one line that comes through the middle. Okay, then I want to have two lines come off that. Kind of like that, except the opposite. Can we just rotate it that way? That's not quite what I want. No, I'm going to end that way. My God, what am I doing? Do I not know how trains work? I've never used a train, it seems. I have. Just want to not scare anyone away right now. Why is it? Okay. So, that is not symmetrical at all, is it? And then what we can do is bring them back in. And that'll be something that resembles a train line. Maybe I actually want to do the part where it connects as well. That might be good. Good. Gosh, I should really get construction bots one of these days. What am I researching? Am I even researching towards construction bots? I'm not. I know I'm not. I just got distracted. Robotics. There we go. Make it happen. Okay, so. The whole point of this is to have 3 elements that are taken away by train. It is not a great train station. I admit that. So we're going to need some train stops. We're going to need some rail signals. And we're going to need, well, probably some trains. What do you reckon? Trains on a train stop? It's ridiculous, I know. What we're going to do, though. So we've built the engines already, so that's exciting. Let's build enough for some trains. 2 trains will do enough for now. Train stops, we're going to need 2, because you need to start an entrance, 2 stop, start. Rail signals, I mean, that's easy enough to build, so that might be one of those things that you always want to have, like a stack of them just chilling out. I like how it's not even on the bus. I just never got around to putting it on a bus. Rail signals, lots of them are good. Rail chain signals, don't know if I need any of them right now, but I'm gonna take them. Because at some point very soon I may want to do some roundabouts, and if you do chain signals without roundabouts, you're a damn fool. That's what they always say. What I might do is do 3, and 3 is going to be my rail stuff. Rail, signal again, because I'm going to be building a lot of trains over the next, what hours are we up to? 26. Okay, over the next 400 hours, I'm going to be building a lot of trains. Oh god, I shouldn't have put that in context. So we don't need that there. How are we going with my conveyor belts? We've got 42. Okay, they are actually coming through now. But we could still build grey ones. Not ideal, of course, but do it. So I don't really need to train these away yet, but I just want to have the train network, and I do actually want to start spreading things out. And with trains, that just makes everything a lot easier. So, what do we do first? Aluminium or gold? Excuse me? Can I... Can you not? There we go. Okay. So... Don't have a large line, but quite frankly, I don't think it's needed right now. Okay, and we're going to put rail signals there, because if we don't, that's going to get real bad real quick. Now, I do have a train on the network now, and in fact, where's my train? Can you come by here, please? It's currently going the wrong direction, but that's okay. We'll spin that train around, as trains are wont to do. Okay, so each of those stations is on its own network. That's good. Okay, and train, you can be picked up, because quite frankly, you're going to start being a problem where you are at. This is not going to be a super fast loading one, but we are going to do maybe 4 boxes. And probably even get rid of that for now. Yeah, and immediately chuck stuff on the ground, because of course it would. That was predictable. Now, one thing we don't have here, and it could start to be a problem, is we don't have any way to refuel the trains. There is no charcoal production to... Oh, I guess there's some charcoal over there. Could bring that over. Okay. Won't worry about too much right now, though. I've really got to tidy up these toolbars at some point. One day. Not yet. Probably need a train carriage as well. It's all very good putting everything in boxes, but there's no train carriage. It's going to be a very sad ride. Okay. So now, this is when I go, I did need gold first, right? I don't think I did. Well, we're doing gold first. Screw it. Hands in the air like you just don't care. Gold first. So cargo wagons. We need iron. Oh shoot, speaking of iron, it does appear to be backing up somewhat again. Why is that? It backs up when steel's fine. Well, we've got a backlog of copper. We've got plenty of copper. Yeah, it's fine. I don't really care. If it's backing up, it's backing up. And at some point I may want to make a charcoal train. Charcoal train is always going to be important. Don't need it just yet though. Okay, so cargo wagon, make it happen. So, This is going to be renamed. It's going to be called Gold Pick. Enable train limit. I don't even know what that means. 1? Oh, wait, I've read about that. Yes, I do know what that means. Limits the number of trains that can be trying to use that station at once, which is actually going to be pretty good for later on. Okay, so this train's going to fill up with gold, and then we're going to have a lot of gold to deal with. We also do need to worry about a second line, but not yet. So, I was thinking about charcoal. We do need to get charcoal up there. So we're going to do a belt. A pretty boring belt, honestly. Just bringing charcoal from... Oh, miles away. Charcoal from here, maybe? Maybe charcoal from here. Bring it up. A bit tricky. Yeah, here might work better. Okay. So anyway, construction bots. Can we start working on those? Can. And then we'd need modular roboports, but we'll get to that. Charcoal needs to come in here. Going to be an interesting jump, that one. Cool, and we're out of underground belts. Thankfully, I know a guy who has them. It's me. Wow, we actually have like fast ones. Okay, we don't need to use the... Actually, don't we have a bunch of fast splitters as well? Yeah, we do. We don't need to use white splitters. I mean, I know they're more resource intensive, but quite frankly, I would rather use the better stuff than the weaker stuff. But I say that, and then I'm like, anyway, let's keep using the slow ones. Underground. Slow. Underground. And then get that to the train yard, please. I don't need to use sand this big, but quite frankly, I don't care anymore. What it comes down to. And we're going to run out. Okay. I've got a box of white conveyor belts, so I can steal some from there. Yeah, tin is still a problem. Tin I will be advancing shortly. Because I will be. So the point of this conveyor belt is way longer than it needs to be. It's probably just a lot of wasted charcoal, but yeah, quite frankly, this is actually good. I know what's going to be in here. No, I don't. I thought I had a plan. Where's this charcoal come from? It comes from over here. It comes from a very small charcoal yard. But the important thing here is that this is going to be used to fuel these trains, so I never need to worry about that ever again. What trains? There's only one. Don't worry, there'll be more. Oh god, there'll be more. There'll be more trains than you can imagine. How many trains can you imagine, by the way? If you can imagine like 3 trains, there'll be more than that. If you can imagine like infinity number of trains, I mean 1, cool. 2, that's too many trains. I don't know why infinity is the number you come up with. Okay, so we've got a train. It is fueled. It has got cargo coming into it slowly. So this train yard is actually probably always going to be a fairly slow one. But this is not going to be like the main resource train yard. And a lot of the stuff will change, but for now, this is going to be like the This is going to be a train yard that buffers other, like, resource production later. Not yet, though. It'll happen, though. So we got gold. But as I said, this one is probably a little bit superfluous to needs for now. But the way I figure is the sooner we actually get these train yards started, the sooner like it actually all come together. So I was saying this last episode, if you were around, that this is not a thing that particularly makes sense right now, but it will. The joke I think I was making last time is this is like the town mayor saying, you know, we need this train network, and everyone goes, no, we don't. And then like approximately, you know, 20 years later, everyone's like, why didn't we build the train network when we had a chance? It's like, well, because everyone voted it down because everyone said it was stupid. So, yeah, that's why we're building this train network, because if we start using it, we can actually start doing something with it. Because, I mean, now we can get the slag from here to here pretty efficiently. And this is basically one big conveyor belt. So if I want to move things around the factory, it's going to be much, much easier to do that in future. This train, however, mostly useless. Because it's really not going to be going too far. But every other train will be using it, and the conveyor belt, this is a conveyor belt that holds unlimited items. You know, that's pretty good. Aside from the fact that I've only got 3 spots for trains right now. In fact, there they are. 3 trains. That one doesn't even have a wagon, but 3 trains, people. Get on the train. That's the train for people who like trains, in case you're wondering. Okay, this is going to be the aluminium train, which is of course going to be called AL pick. Looks like I'm saying Alu pick was probably better. Now, I call these train stations very generic names, and it's very useful for me later. You'll see why. You'll see why. Train. Okay. Get aboard the love train, people. And I don't really need to be doing this part right now either, but I'm like, well, might as well. So, like that. That. And, okay, kind of a problem. Probably like that. Does that work? Yeah, it works. Cool. And then we can put the aluminium in the boxes, and it'll fill up. Okay, so we've got 2 trains that have just a bunch of raw resources in them. They're just big chests right now, but they're fueled. They're fueled chests. It's not really much more exciting, is it? I have a funny feeling the slag is going to have to go somewhere. Wow, there's 600 slag in there. That's a lot of minerals. Is the first train I'm going to build this one? I think it might be. It might be the most reliable train to get started with. It's the slag train. Because the slag train, if I can get it to come over here and deposit its slag, then that actually gives me more minerals. More minerals makes everything faster. I like the idea that I'm like currently thinking the slag train might be the best idea. Like, I didn't do this for slag. I didn't choose the slag life. The slag life chose me. I said, no, slag life, please don't choose me. I was like, no, you've been chosen. It's how life's going to be now. Okay, well, that's going to free up all the iron because now it's going to be coming through like a madman. How's this going? 8. Nice. That's still bloody slow. Alright, we're not going to worry about the slag train yet. We will get there though. Actually, one thing no, I don't need to worry about circuitry yet. So now I could of course start thinking about using the mod that allows you to run train networks, but quite frankly I don't want to do that. I want to just keep things real simple for myself. I think it's LTN. I don't want to use LTN. So I've looked at a few tutorials and I'm not saying it looks bad, I just say I don't want to do it. Which, you know, I hope everyone accepts that, and if they don't, well, what do you mean to do about it, right? Alright, so you know what? I am just going to do the slag train. Because the slag train is actually something useful right now. The slag train is the weirdest concept that I thought I had to do right now, but where we are. Train. And this goes up a notch, like that. First off, it cuts power to the entire base. Well, not the entire base, obviously. It's not that bad. Didn't like that. That's alright. I'm not here to tell them things that they like and things they don't. I didn't like that. Okay. And then we're going to do that. So just because resources are really the main thing that we need, and tin is the problem. So this will help tin production. And I was like, I just realized last time I just put them in the chest and made the chest do the work, but why don't I just put them directly on the train? Why not? Now, slag pick's going to be an interesting one because there's going to be a few slag picks. Slag pick will be a train. It'll probably be a crushed stone pick as well, or a couple of those. But right now, this is probably not something I need to worry about too much. So slag pick, wait until full. Doesn't even need to wait until full. Okay. So now I'm going to make up another slag place for it to go. Quite frankly, it doesn't need to stay there. And it's the easiest one to use. I'm just trying to use the easiest resource first that'll ironically make more of itself. Because what I want to do is probably tie it into like one of these other ones. Or maybe actually not even one of them, all of them. So we've got the trains there. We've got a spare train station. We do. We've got some stops. We've got some rail. Let's do a train. Train. Can I make this bigger? Maybe there was a way to make that bigger. I don't know what it does now. Okay. Immediately I need this. The idea is the train comes in here and it's going to drop off to two of these electrolyte, 2 or 3, I don't know yet. So it comes down like that, comes up, and it's going to come in from the top. So yeah. So it's probably too high up. Probably wants to be down Yeah, if we actually have it stop in here, then maybe we'll have it come in like this. Build from there. I don't know why this is the thing I've decided is the most important thing right now, but I have. This is this is how I've done it. Okay, so split that. That's the wrong order to do things, I know, but hey, that's life. And I'm going to leave room for later trains, because while this one is fine, I reckon we might have more slag trains coming through later. Jason Swisher? I don't think so. This is slag drop. Let's just make sure that the network is separated so it doesn't stop any other trains mysteriously. And one more. Cool. So right now I'm not too worried about fuel because it'll fuel up when it gets to its house. And then the reverse is happening, goes do. And I put them together. Why did I not do this before? Put them together, you don't even need to do that weird belt thing that I've been doing. See, that's way nicer. Why was I not doing that before? Am I a moron? Maybe? Okay. I mean, you could even do it like this. Probably a little bit excessive now, actually. And we are running out of sand, but that's okay. Because I guarantee there's sand elsewhere now. Yeah, that's fine. We can... no, we don't need to do that. There's no reason to split it that badly right now. But we do split it here. Because when we split it here, I'm going to go up to here. And also down here. Okay, so slag pick. Wait until you got a full cargo. Could take a while. Empty cargo. Okay, so that train's going to take a while to do its thing, but that's okay. That was so irrelevant. I do not know why I spent time doing that. But again, I think this is like about the train network. It's not about spending the time. Like right now, everything does seem a little bit like, why am I doing this? But it's not for now. It's for the future of mankind. You know what? If we do it that way, oh, it does actually use everything. I mean, look, there's no reason why we can't just test the train out. Do we want to test the train out? First run is just a bunch of slag. Hell yeah, that's what you call progress. I just wanted to have a quick run, make sure the train works just fine. This is just a slag train. All about the slag train! This is completely useless, but it will make a thing, I guess. I don't know. It's not powered. That's a mistake. This is why you test your trains. Test your train. Did you test your train? Did you even think about testing the train? You didn't test your train, did you? You damn fool. Okay, train is tested. Flag. Here it comes. It's all coming out on the same thing. Okay, well look. That's better. And it's just a slow roll of so much slag. This is the first train. It's absolutely going to clog this belt, but that's okay, because when the belt's not clogged, these will actually have time to build up other stuff. Is what you'd say if they didn't have to worry about putting out electrolyzers. I may have made a mistake. Probably fine. Gives them a break, I suppose? Oh, besides, it splits them up. Look at that. There's a gap. It's fine. There's a very clear gap. I don't need to be watching this. I could be doing any number of things. You know what? While I'm waiting, let's actually start figuring out gold. Okay, so gold needs chlorine. Okay, that is something that I need to worry about. Okay, well here's the slag coming through. Looks like everything's more or less okay. I swear if I say slag one more time, I'm gonna explode. I'm gonna fly? If I say slag, I'm gonna slag? Yo, dog. But it does look like it's going mostly okay. It does seem like it's actually backing up in a couple of places. Eh. Yeah, that's probably my fault. Oh yeah, if you build these, then it actually fixes it. Okay. That's pretty good, and then the slag becomes new minerals. Lovely. It's the circle of life. Slag becomes metal, metal becomes slag. Are you calling me a slag? Wow. Love you too, babe. You're not being honest. You're being mean. Anyway, you can only hear one side of this conversation, so that's fun. My wife just called me a slag, which is great. I don't think she hang on. You know what slag means in British slang, right? Okay, you called me a slut. Okay, she's pleased about that. Oh well. Sulfuric acid, all-time high. Always good. Okay, so let's actually think about gold. So we need... Let's do something with my life. Things in the way. Alright, so that's good. Stuff's being made. Charcoal is building up down here. Cool. So, gold. Now, quite frankly, these probably don't need to be until they're full. But they're going to be like that for now for reasons. The gold and the aluminium will be going up before that. So, gold. I need chlorine gas. Alternatively, I can just smelt the gold ore, I think, but... Oh wow, no, I can't even do that. Okay, so I do need to turn it into ingots. And then you go molten gold. What's gold powder for? Gold paste. Oh, yeah, we don't need alien artifacts yet. Okay, so gold ingots, then turn to molten gold, then gold plates. And then we're done. Okay. Why are we doing gold first, actually? I mean, I'd like modules, but there's other things I need to do. So aluminium's actually before that. Gosh, what is up with my priorities today? Okay, aluminium. Do need aluminium. So I just gotta smelt aluminium then, I guess. Not much I can do with it. I can't really do fun blast furnace-y things with it yet, can I? No, I just gotta smelt it. Oh. Aluminium's dull right now. Probably didn't need a train for it. Fine. So what we're gonna do... Why did I put it on a train? What I'm going to do is I think I'm going to have like my main smelter down here. So we have the main things that generate resources here, then the things that convert the resources, then the things that turn them into actual metals, and the foundries will be down here. Or we could just probably even just put a foundry right here and for aluminium. Why did I build a train? The real answer to that is because I wanted to build a train. That's not how you run your life at all. Hopefully in the next 10 hours I start saying I'm glad I built this train. I hope. But we're not there yet. We may never be, well, we'll be there one day. How's my power going? Going alright. Doesn't look like it's struggling too much. We did just find 5,000 sand, so that's alright. This is when I ask the awkward question of what do I want aluminium for? No, 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 not glass. You need aluminium for advanced circuits. Okay, see that is something that has absolute benefit. Like, no doubt about it. That I need. I need a lot of aluminium, actually. Can I... Is there aluminium processing that I can do now? There is. Maybe I should get that sorted first then. You know what? I don't think I need this tin here. I think the tin would be much better in here. Because then why start melting aluminium and then find out that it's useless for everything? So let's just get gold started. I know I don't need it right now. I mean, I probably need to start thinking about fishing or biters. Or plastics. Okay, hang on. I had a little book here that tells me what I needed for things. So I need, for blue, I need copper, lead, iron, tinned copper, glass, sulfur dioxide, steel, methane, gold, green circuits, aluminium, and nitrogen. So I did need gold at some point for blue science. However, we're not at blue science yet. But those are the things I'm going to need. And they're at like the base component level of things. So, gold. Let's get onto it. So for gold ingots, we need chlorine gas. That is saline water, which turns into sodium hydroxide, chlorine gas, and hydrogen. Then we vent the hydrogen. We store the sodium hydroxide for the time being because we will need it. Funnily enough, we will need it for the aluminium, so they'll build them next to each other. That's actually really convenient. Because when gold gets expanded, I probably want it next to the thing that's making all the sodium hydroxide. So we need 2 hydro plants. That's the first thing we need. Of which we need stone bricks, which I know we've got a bunch of them sitting around here. Wow, not many though. We've used a lot of them. You know what? No, we'll take some of those. Oh, we've got electric boilers now. Wow, when did that happen? I love those. Love those little guys. So, blast furnace, we're going to need one of those. We've already got one of those. Cool. After blast furnace, we're going to need... What do you need after induction? Induction furnaces. I don't think we need to do super speedy ones right now, but we need to have them. Then after induction, we need casting. Okay, so we're going to do gold down the left-hand side here. I got a little bit worried about standing on the train tracks there, and I was like, what's actually coming? Nothing. We don't have enough trains to be worried about yet. There are worms down there, though. Well, for now. We're not worried about the worms just yet. Okay. I think maybe after I'm done sorting out blue science, I think I do modules. So right now, even though I don't need blue science, I'm preparing for it. Cool. Now I don't need any other trains for this. I might have a train network on the other side if I wanted to ship it out, but I think right now that's not important. Train, please. Thank you. It's occurred to me I was working on... I need to get that tin under control, I really do. Another time. The next resource I'll do will be one that has tin in it, I imagine. I just look up crushed, actually. Could I promise that to anyone? No, not crust. Chunk. Okay. So I don't need cobalt yet. That's the one I'm working on. Silver, I do need... Do I need silver? I don't think I do need silver. I didn't say silver, did I? I didn't. So I don't need silver right now. Cobalt, I do want... Yeah, I mean, that might be a good one, but... I mean, it makes it into uranium later. That's fun, I suppose. Okay, train stop. We are actually going to need another train because we're going to need a charcoal train. And what we're going to do is out here. Oh no, we don't need a charcoal train. It can just come in from here, I suppose. I am worried about how little charcoal that is making, though. Like, this is at work full tilt, and it's just not fast enough. I mean, it's fast enough for now, but when I start doing more refining, it's not going to be enough. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So we're not going to worry about another train just yet. We are, however, going to worry about the making sure that the signals are there. If you don't have the signals, you will stop all your trains, and that's just not good news. Okay. I realize these should be called ore drops just so that to differentiate between the other things later. Okay, so boop, boop. Okay, so I kind of want to build downwards, I think. Downwards is infinite space. Upwards we start running into problems. Okay. That's fine. So, downwards. Forgets words. Okay, blast furnace. It's not a super long chain right now, but it will get longer. And in fact, immediately running into the chlorine problem. So I could put my hydro plants out here because I will need the stuff later. First one's going to make... Here's an interesting question. How do I make chlorine gas? In an electrolyzer. Alright. Not where I saw that one going. I got that. Saline water though, that's not a problem. Pump, an offshore pump specifically. Electrolyzer. We've got like 2 extra hydro plants, so I mean they'll be used. Oh wow, electrolyzers are small. I didn't remember that. And a clarifier, I assume we've got some of those, but if we don't, we're about to build some. We don't, we're about to build some. That's your taxpayer dollars at work. Okay, we're run out of pipes. I grab 150 of those. Because let's be honest, the underground pipes are the ones that are the most useful. And then we go into the saline water electrolysis. Go from here to yep. And purified water, that just gets clarified away. Okay, speaking of things being removed from existence. I checked the time there. Is it me? It's not me. I'm still staying around for another 20 minutes. Okay, so that the flare stack gets rid of that. Then we will gather the salt. Sodium hydroxide. Is sodium hydroxide a salt? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. I wish I was a scientist. I got really angry at science the other day. I got angry at this stuff. Deuterium? Got really angry at it because I was like, it's just hydrogen, but it's got a proton and a neutron. That should be helium, but it's not helium. And I got really annoyed at it for some reason. I don't know why, but I did. I was just like, why does it think it's better than everyone else? It's not. I took it personally for some reason. I don't know why. Okay, so you know, I said I wasn't going to bring another train, but now that I'm looking at it, I could just bring a train and have the charcoal go across. That being said, where's that charcoal even going to come from? Maybe I need to start a charcoal station. Anyway. And casting. Coming live to you from the casting desk. So yeah, I didn't need to go all the way out here to do this, but it does give me more room to expand it. And quite frankly, I've got room now to do whatever the heck I want. I can start crimes down here and no one's going to bother me. Crimes against humanity? Absolutely. Crimes against spiders? Definitely. Crimes against other crimes? Confusing, but yes, could do that too. Okay, so that's making my chlorine gas. What if, and here's a thought, What if I had a charcoal line that just went up and around and down? I would need to have a new plan for charcoal that was only used for this. I mean, I know that's something that I will need in the future, so it is actually helpful. I won't need as much charcoal as this thing's going to be making, but I could do it. Also, maybe it's now the time to make medium electric poles. Maybe now is that time. I mean, iron, copper, and steel. Okay. Well, iron's easy. Steel is easy. You know what? If I go... Yeah. Here's the trick. All I gotta do is figure out how to get some steel into there. Copper's there. Iron bars are right there. And then steel is in the wrong place, but we can bring it in. We can just do the old oopsie doopsie. The official title, of course. And power that up, ironically, with thing we don't have power for. Okay, good. And we don't need infinite of those, but we do want a few probably. Yeah, that's something I should have done a while ago, but now it's being done. And it uses more resources. Charcoal appears to have mostly fixed itself. That's still sitting there making all the chlorine gas I can eat. There's only a limit to how much chlorine gas I can eat, of course. Alternatively trees, but we still haven't got to that research, and the fact that tin's still taking so long. Can we figure out how to get tin a little bit faster, please? Like, what's the problem with tin? Is it just not making enough? Okay, well here's a thought. Why are we making this? We're making this for the lead. We've got lead coming through now. Like, there's another way to get lead. Because we've refined this ore. So maybe the answer is we don't even need this anymore. Like, we still need lead, obviously. And do we need as much of this anymore? I mean, probably. It is giving me a lot of copper. My question is, do we need this? And I say no. No, we don't. Problem is mineral sludge. How are we going with mineral sludge? Is this something we need to expand? Sulfuric acid, just fine. Yep. Sulfuric acid, the sulfur is building up again. We're pretty happy with that. So why are we not getting everything I want? I mean, could we use another battery of washing plants? Would that assist? Okay, well, mineral sludge is the thing that we want. Have we increased mineral sludge production? Not today, obviously, but I mean, it has increased. It actually has increased today as well, probably mostly because of like having reliable sulfuric acid. And likewise, mineralized water is going okay. Could we... If we sped this up, would that make it any better? Probably. I imagine it would hurt. Let's try speeding this up and see if this actually has any real impact. It seems like some of these are only going slowly because this is getting clogged up. Okay. If that's the case, can we make this faster? Probably. Let's make it faster. No, pickup was fine. The faster we get through these minerals, that's just more sludge. And now the problem is these aren't producing enough, which, I mean, I know I can improve that. That's easy. We can just do that even. Copy that, paste. Power them up. Probably connect them properly. And I mean, now this is just kicking through real fast. And that means these are probably going full tilt as well. Yeah, maybe not full tilt, but certainly some tilt. Tilt is happening is what I'm saying. Okay, has that actually improved anything though? So crystal slurry, has the production of crystal slurry increased with what I've done this short amount of time? I mean, yeah. To some degree, maybe. I mean, see, that's just slowed down just a little bit. We probably speed it up, and that'll make things a bit more interesting. Just do it offset that way. Why is that slow? Because this isn't... Okay, yeah, we had that problem a second ago on the other side, didn't we? So if it uses the crushed stone faster, that means it pushes all this through faster, which means more things happen faster. And then it gets through these faster. Again, has that actually... What? No. Has that actually made a difference? I mean, it did, but I don't think it made as drastic a difference as I thought it would. Efficiency is always good. I mean, it's like 5-10% efficiency, which is good. I mean, like, you don't complain about that, obviously, but it's not like it solved all of world hunger or anything silly like that. I just said world hunger is a silly thing. Well, I guess it is. People shouldn't be hungry. Don't be hungry, people. What are you doing? It's like, in my mind, it's like they've chosen to be hungry. Yikes. But it does look like they're flowing through a bit faster, so that's good. I mean, another line of these would of course increase production again. Because right now the crystal slurry is maxed out, probably because I put all these filters in at the start of this session. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, more resources is more resources, you know? In fact, already the filters seem to be... I don't know if what I've done has changed this, but also all of a sudden the filters do seem to be working a little bit harder than they had to before. Which is fine. But I'm still concerned about the what if I run out of filters. Oh, cool. Advanced aluminium smelting, because that's what I want to do next. I still haven't actually finished gold because I got distracted. I mean, that happens. That's Factorio for you. But look, I am worried about how fast it's going, or rather how fast it's not going. I might just chuck another one up just to try and make it a bit more efficient. How am I going to do this? I mean, I put it here, I guess. And it pulls from the side and then it drops off somewhere. Okay. I mean, actually, this is not the worst position in the world. It's just a little bit spaghetti, which, honestly, that's pretty normal for this factory. Don't know why I'm surprised. And then go like that. And filter output priority rather. No input priorities required. I do actually want to split these up a little bit, just because otherwise they're all going to come out on the same side, and that's just not efficient. Okay, so more filters coming through, good. Anyway, I'm pretty much done for tonight. So we've constructed some new things, we've constructed new exciting elements, aluminium, gold, flag. Go, rub it off. One day it'll do it on its own. We have constructed new elements, we have fixed the sulphur problem, we've got more production of resources, we've started using the train network despite it not being super needed right now. Next session we probably need to finish aluminium and gold, figure out why tin is absolutely screwed. Maybe I will have lead be dropped off over here, so that way it gives me an extra bit of space to do more tin. That might be a good idea. More tin is just an absolute necessity. Got all the silicon here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. Like, I've got so much silicon. I do need a plan for that. But yeah, that's progress has been made. I don't know if it's all been good progress. It's been a little bit of meandering, but that's sometimes how Factorio goes. So if you've enjoyed today, please follow me so you can see more of these videos, more of these sessions. I try to run 3 times a week. The next time I'll be running will be Saturday about 8 o'clock New Zealand time. So that is plus 13 GMT. So you can figure that out. I mean, the schedule's on the page, so you can find it there. Also, you can follow me on YouTube. That'll have all my videos that I've done so far. I think it's a couple of episodes behind, but you know, you can watch them there if you want to see how this factory started. Alternatively, you can not, I suppose. You can do what you want. I'm not in charge of you. I'm not your real dad. um, but yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed today, and I hope to see you here next time. So take care, everyone. Bye.